What comes to mind when you think of Sweden? Perhaps it's the midnight sun, the northern lights dancing across winter skies, or maybe those sleek furniture designs that seem to find their way into homes worldwide. Sweden, this Nordic nation of roughly 10.4 million people, offers a fascinating blend of ancient traditions and cutting-edge innovation that's worth exploring. Let's start with Stockholm, the capital city built across 14 islands where Lake Mälaren meets the Baltic Sea. With a population of about 975,000 in the city proper and over 2.3 million in the metropolitan area, Stockholm serves as Sweden's political, cultural, and economic heart. The city's Old Town, or Gamla stan, with its cobblestone streets and colorful medieval buildings, creates a striking contrast against the modern glass structures that house tech companies and startups. If you're walking through Stockholm on a typical day, you might notice something interesting about the architecture. The buildings seem to tell Sweden's story. From the Baroque royal palace to the contemporary Ericsson globe, each structure represents a different chapter in the nation's evolution. The city's design philosophy reflects that broader Swedish concept of lagom, not too much, not too little, but just right. Now let's shift our focus to how Swedes actually live day to day. The concept of work-life balance isn't just a buzzword here, it's deeply embedded in the culture. The average Swedish employee works about 40 hours per week, and many companies offer flexible schedules. You might see office workers leaving at 4 p.m. on a Friday, not because they're lazy, but because they prioritize time with family and outdoor activities. Speaking of daily life, there's this wonderful tradition called fika, essentially a coffee break, but it's so much more than that. Fika represents a pause in the day, a moment to connect with colleagues, friends, or family over coffee and something sweet. It's not rushed, it's deliberate. This daily ritual captures something essential about Swedish culture, the importance of taking time to simply be present. Sweden's geography plays a massive role in shaping its character. The country stretches from the temperate south to the Arctic north, covering about 450,000 square kilometers. In the northern regions, winter temperatures can drop to -30 degrees Celsius, while southern Sweden enjoys milder weather with summer temperatures reaching 25 degrees Celsius. This dramatic climate variation means that if you're traveling from Malmö in the south to Kiruna in the north, you're essentially crossing several climate zones. The long dark winters have influenced everything from Swedish design, think clean lines, light colors, and functional beauty, to social customs. During the darkest months, when some northern areas see only a few hours of daylight, Swedes have developed strategies for maintaining mental health and community connections. The concept of mice creating coziness and warmth becomes crucial during these months. But then, summer arrives, and the transformation is remarkable. The midnight sun in the north means continuous daylight for weeks, and Swedes make the most of it. Midsummer celebrations with their flower crowns, traditional dances, and outdoor feasts showcase a culture that deeply appreciates nature's rhythms. You might find entire families camping by one of Sweden's 100,000 lakes, exercising their right to roam freely through the countryside, a concept called allemansrätten. Sweden's economy tells an interesting story of innovation and pragmatism. With a GDP of about $635 billion, the country punches above its weight economically. You've probably encountered Swedish brands without even realizing it. IKEA, H&M, Volvo, Spotify, and Skype all originated here. The Swedish model combines free market capitalism with comprehensive social welfare, creating what many economists call a third way between pure capitalism and socialism. The average Swedish household income sits around $52,000 annually, and while taxes are high, sometimes reaching 50% for higher earners, citizens receive extensive benefits including free healthcare, education through university, and generous parental leave. This social contract creates a society where economic inequality is relatively low compared to many developed nations. Education in Sweden reflects the country's egalitarian values. Children start school at 7, later than in many countries because there's a belief that early childhood should focus on play and creativity rather than formal academics. Swedish universities are tuition-free, even for international students from EU countries, and the education system emphasizes critical thinking and collaboration over competition. Swedish family life has evolved significantly over the decades. Gender equality isn't just an ideal, it's practiced daily. Swedish fathers take an average of 130 days of parental leave, and you'll commonly see dads pushing strollers or picking up children from daycare. This isn't unusual or noteworthy, it's simply normal life in modern Sweden. The Swedish relationship with nature is profound and practical. With 69% of the country covered in forest, outdoor activities aren't just recreation, they're part of the national identity. Cross-country skiing, hiking, berry picking, and simply spending time in nature are considered essential for well-being. This connection to the outdoors influences everything from urban planning to workplace policies. So what can we take away from this exploration of Sweden? Here's a country that has managed to balance tradition with innovation, individual success with collective responsibility, and economic prosperity with environmental consciousness. The Swedish approach to life, characterized by pragmatism, equality, and a deep respect for both nature and human dignity, offers valuable lessons for our interconnected world. Whether you're considering a visit to experience those magical summer nights, curious about how a society can achieve such high levels of happiness and social trust, or simply interested in understanding how 10 million people have created one of the world's most successful and sustainable societies, Sweden provides a compelling case study in what's possible when a nation commits to both progress and well-being. The story of Sweden continues to evolve, shaped by global challenges and opportunities, but grounded in values that have served this Nordic nation well for generations. In a world often divided by extremes, Sweden's middle path, that concept of lagom, might just